HelloWoofy.com. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of things in the mentoring call and the mastermind call where we're going to be talking about, top FAQs, ways to create content, answering your questions. If you want to join this call, you know where exactly you want to go, right? You want to go to app.hellowoofy.com and click on the little black button on the bottom right. Let me just put this Zoom button here. Click on the bottom right here, and you'll see every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern, free group masterminds mentoring calls. Just click on it. Join the call. What are you waiting for? Ask your questions, ask for feedback, ask for advice, ask for connections, ask for partnerships, whatever you need. Click on that link now, and you'll be able to join into our call and be a part of this discussion here. Just a couple of housekeeping things here. Let's make sure everything is working. And we are live. We are live. All right, cool. All right, let's keep going. Now, some of the questions that were coming up over the last few days related to HelloWoofy are, let's see, the first question: how to activate your account? Well, it's pretty simple. You just have to go in when you get your receipt and everything. If you have friends who are joining the membership, and all you have to do is take that code, go to app.hellowoofy.com, click on sign up. There's a whole video here that we put together for you, and you can see step by step where you have to go. Click on sign up, click on login, choose your plan that you chose, that you purchased, and then copy and paste that code on the next page once you create your account with the email, name, and password. And then once you're done, it'll actually ask you, hey, do you want a free demo? Do you want a support call? Enter the code on the right here, on the top right, and then you're good to go. It's as simple as that. And of course, you see me saying thank you for signing up, and you can sign up for the newsletter, schedule a demo, and of course you can start using the platform and getting more leads, getting more revenue, getting more followers. So that's to answer the first frequently asked question that came out this week. The next question is file upload limits. Now, each platform, as you know, has different limits. They are very finicky. Some of them are more strict about it than others. So you want to make sure that you're following these limitations here. We actually tell you when those limitations are hit. If you accidentally upload something that's too big of a video file, too big of an image, and things of that nature, you'll see by platform the entire list of requirements here. And we actually just updated the platform to allow up to 100 megabytes in video to come up here as well. So keep an eye on for that, because that's super powerful. And the cool thing is, while we're on the subject of video, if you go into your library, you can actually see the previews of the content itself. You can watch the demo right there if you wanted to. And if you want to go into the post itself, click on the little edit icon on the top right and click on edit. And you can watch the video there as well if you wanted to, or and so on and so forth. So that's something that's super helpful. Let's go back to the FAQ. So these are a couple of limits that you want to keep in mind, and keep in mind when it comes to creating your content. So that's that. Let's see what the next question was. How do lifetime deals work? Okay, this question does come up a couple of times just because we're such a unique platform in terms of how we've created the lifetime membership. What it means essentially is that if you go to the bottom, and we've had lifetime deals since we launched, right? It was a one-time deal, one-time fee until April 15th, 2020, midnight Eastern time, which means New York City time, which meant that you only paid once for the Pro edition, the Pro membership. Now, from that point on, we had a Pro yearly, we had an SMB yearly, we had an agency yearly, and so on and so forth. What we're now offering is a yearly membership. So every year is the same price, so long as your payment method doesn't fail, it keeps up, and you're able to renew on the term that you had originally bought at. Now, if these prices change, let's say you came in at the 99 level yearly lifetime deal, and you wanted to upgrade to the agency plan. Let's say this plan became hypothetically $199. It would be the difference between this and that. It wouldn't be you get the $149 because you signed up when it was $149, but you signed up at the 99 level. Okay, no. But then at the same time, you'll be locked into the 199 level if it was a lifetime yearly deal at that point. So it's pretty simple, not complicated. I'm sure you guys can figure it out. Next question that came up today, or this week, is how do I add and connect social media accounts? All right, once you create your account and you get in, just click on the top right, click on settings. Here are settings above the analytics. And when you click on settings, you can see all your accounts that are available if you've already connected them on the right side, and you can of course scroll up and down if you want to take a look at them. And if you want to add more, just click on this little icon here, add account to this calendar. Remember, each calendar can host its own set of integrations. It's one library for now. The higher plans will have multiple libraries in the future. But for now, you're going to be able to connect multiple accounts on one calendar. and whatnot. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. And so now, if you're looking to connect, we've got a customer coming in. Danny, welcome to a call. So you want to connect your let's say your Shopify account, or you want to connect your WordPress account, or you want to connect your Twitter account, Facebook. That's exactly where it goes. Hey, Danny, welcome to the call. Okay, you're connecting your. Hey, can you hear us?
Yes.
Danny, can you hear? Hey, welcome to the call. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. Well, we're just answering one quick FAQ, and then we'd love to get an introduction from you and see how we can help you out. So that's how you add accounts to your Woofy account, and we'll come back to the next FAQ in a second. So Danny, who are you? How are you? And what makes you so awesome? Tell us a little bit more about your small business and how can we help?
Just started out with HelloWoofy, so I'm just kind of figuring everything out with it.
Okay.
I have a marketing agency and do social media marketing, so just trying to reduce steps in my process.
Well, that sounds like an underdog in the works for sure. What's your agency called so I can pull it up?
A marketing charm agency.
Marketing Charm. Okay, let's see if I can pull it up. Marketing Charm. Director, experiential. Is it experiential marketing? Are you in Miami? No, you're not in Miami.
No, Oregon.
Oregon. Okay, so what's the domain name for your agency so I can put it up and the community can see it?
A marketing charm agency.
Charmagency.com.
Yeah, marketingcharmagency.com.
Here we go. Found it. All right, let's go ahead and share our screen and let's take a look at your website. I love the cat up there. We're dog lovers here. It's actually my real dog. Believe it or not, is our mascot. I'll show you his photo real quick. That's him. That's my little puppy. So he's actually our mascot and the inspiration for our underdog support. But let's take a look at your website. Okay, so it looks cool. What are some of the things that you're bumping into in terms of like barriers or you need help with?
No real big barriers. Just, when I do my social media posting and stuff, just trying to reduce the steps so I don't have to go from this tab to that tab to that tab back and forth.
Gotcha. So can I give some feedback?
And so, yeah, I'm just starting out with HelloWoofy, so I'm still kind of feeling my way out through that.
Got it. Well, we'll talk about HelloWoofy in a second. One thing I was going to say is, I think if I check this in your in the developer website ranking, the software that Google has to check speed, it'll probably come a little bit slow because when I'm scrolling, it's actually being a little jerky or like a little bit, laggy is the word. And so I'm not sure how fast this will actually load. So let's see, insights, page rank. Let's take a look real quick. Page speeds, insights. There we go. So actually, let's do the home domain first. So the reason why I love doing this is to see most of our traffic comes from mobile and customers end up using our platform, HelloWoofy, on desktop. And so I'm very obsessed about load time, speed, all of that stuff. So your mobile is really good. Your desktop is really good too. And it's interesting why it's coming up a little laggy. You see how it's like lagging a little bit? Is it every frame? Like it's kind of scrolling every frame down? Is that what's happening?
I'm not sure.
Okay, because it's not like a seamless scroll. It's like you scroll a little bit and it takes you to a section. You scroll a little bit, it takes you to a section. So it was very interesting. I've actually never seen 99 as a score. This is really good. This is really, really good. So guys, check your website out on pagespeed.web.dev, which is on the top left. This is really, really good. I've almost never seen a website having this fast of a load speed. So she's definitely doing something well. What web builder are you using out of curiosity, Danny?
I use Divi, WordPress.
Use WordPress and Divi. Okay, this is really good. This is really, really good. So are you having questions around how to create content, like where to find content and things of that nature?
Like I said, I've only posted once, so I'm just really brand new with HelloWoofy. So just at the very, very start.
So one thing I would say is if you're looking for help around like what to say and how to say it and things like that, I'm gonna bring up my whiteboard here real quick, and that's gonna be really helpful for you to in order to create content. Because this question comes up to us all the time, as especially as new HelloWoofy users. What do I say, and how do I say it? So one thing I would say is FAQs. So while before you join the call, I was actually going through our weekly FAQs answering questions, and I think we have like two more FAQs left. I think you came in at the third one. FAQs, what are people asking you again and again? What is SEO? What is social media? What is XYZ, right? That's really great content. And we usually recommend creating a TikTok video or just a video, just a video. And then you can take it into shorter form videos. You can do YouTube Shorts, you can do TikToks, you can do Instagram Reels, and of course Facebook Reels is available now as well. You can hire someone on Fiverr, maybe in Nigeria. I know we have a lot of contacts out there through Nigeria as well, that are able to kind of transcribe the video, and so then you have an article out of that that you can use as based on the video itself. And then of course from that article you can then have series of social media posts that are linking back to the video. You can have multiple social media posts there as well. And of course, we just integrated with MailChimp about 3 weeks ago, give or take. All that writing can also then go out to your email subscribers. Now, the thing to keep in mind, the reason why we want to do one message, multiple channels, is because whenever you post anything on social media, only 5% of your audience will see it. When we post, at least when you send newsletters out, we get up to a 50% open rate when it comes to our email subscribers, which is pretty big, pretty darn big. And so on and so forth. And of course, the video, it starts with the video itself. So FAQs are really good. Testimonials. And this isn't just for Danny, this is for everyone else who's tuning in and joining the call. Testimonials are really good because that shows validation, it shows proof, it shows social validation that you're real, you're legit. We have Jim Edwards, testimonials on our website, on our social media ads as well. Testimonials are great. The next thing what are the objections? What are you seeing? Why are people saying, I don't need you, I don't need to work with you, et cetera, et cetera. And then you have to go turn around and say, no, you're being not so smart, you need to work with me. My name is Danny and I'm an expert. You need to work with me because I know SEO, I know social media, I know how to create content, I know how to get it out the door, I know how to delegate the task so that you as a business owner can do better. What are the objections, and then the solutions? And then of course, any industry articles you want to share. You can go into the discover section and find industry articles based on different topics on the left side, you can see here, and also based on the publications. I always recommend keeping it to 5%, maybe 10% of your total scheduling, because you're basically driving traffic to other people's websites. You don't want to always do that. You want to drive most of your traffic back to your pages, your social links, so that you can capture the lead and then of course retarget them online as well. So that's super important. Does that help, Danny?
Yeah. I'm just, like I said, I'm just figuring out stuff on the website.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd come in and kind of see what different thing people are talking about.
Sure. All right. Well, welcome to the call. And then Rebecca, I know you joined us next. Can you unmute yourself and introduce yourself, who you are? What are some of the ways we can help you out? And yeah, go for it.
Hey guys, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. Hello.
Okay, great. I am Rebecca. I actually did a demo with you back in January and was able to jump on. But
awesome.
Just started using HelloWoofy a couple days ago, actually.
Oh, and virtual hugs.
It's pretty cool. I'm really enjoying all the product or everything that we can do with it and learning more and more about the product. I background in digital marketing, and I came over from Content Studio to you guys, and I've been in digital marketing forever, but I just opened my e-com jewelry brand to do thanks to COVID in 2020.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really great. But I just picked up a little side hustle for a local flooring company, and this is helping me stay very organized, and I like it. So I guess I really am just kind of learning a lot about your platform right now. So I don't have too many questions for you. I was just jumping on to listen from everybody else and see what I don't know that I don't know.
Okay, well then that's actually a good way to complete our FAQs, because I was going through a couple of FAQs that came up in our ticketing system. Oh, actually, that's the other thing. I mentioned testimonials, objections, and FAQs. The other thing that is really good overall, besides the FAQs, is actually your tickets. If you have a system set up like Zendesk or or whatever ticketing system you have, all of the issues that keep coming up, put that into a video, put that into an article. It doesn't have to be just questions that are people asking. It could be complaints, right? It could be, clarifications that people are looking for. That's another really good way of creating content. But let's to go back to the last FAQ that came up is, how do you create a repeating post? So obviously, we're assuming that you've already added the content into a category. If you haven't, super easy to add content into a category on the left side. Just choose. You can add more categories if you'd like, but I have a whole bunch here. So I'm going to choose, let's say, the motivation category. So there are a whole bunch of motivational content in here. There are videos in here. There are only text. I always recommend putting at least 2 emojis in every post. You might be asking why. That might seem childish. Actually, it's not. It's very visual. We're all visual creatures. It drives engagement. It drives purchase intent. We've actually mapped out the beep out of every single word in the dictionary to figure out what words and emojis tend to do well. So please, take it upon yourself to learn a little bit about emoji marketing. But once you have all the content in here, then you can go to the home screen or the calendar and click on Create Campaign. Now, in this case, let's say we want to schedule every Monday, Wednesday, and then let's say Friday, Saturday. We want to do this again and again. So all you have to do is click on the little pattern schedule button on the top right, and that'll tell the platform, hey, you want a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday pattern to repeat again and again until the end date, which we're about to pick. So you can see here it says end date. We're going to click on end date, and we're going to say, you know what? I want this to end right on the Wednesday, last day of the month. So if I go back for a second, you'll notice that all of my Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays are picked until the date that I picked I wanted it to end. So that's really a good way. And you might be wondering, okay, then how do I know where the content's going? Well, first pick the category, and second, choose the method of distribution. So what that means is, if there are any accountants, I know if we have tons of accountants on our platform, you will recognize LIFO and FIFO, which means last in, first out, or first in, first out, which basically means, the content that went very last, or the last thing you put in the category is going to come out first. Or if you do FIFO, it means the very first thing you put in that category is going to come out first and then go up, up, and up. And then shuffle, of course, is self-explanatory, means that it's just going to shuffle everything and it doesn't care. Then you choose your accounts. Again, one message, multiple channels is the goal. We support 5 different channels right now. By the end of the year, we hope to integrate with 8 different channels. How does 8 channels? There's 8 channels right there. And our competition only does 1. So you can do, let's say Twitter, Facebook. You can do, let's say, a Google web story, which is really good for SEO. You can literally schedule Instagram-like stories directly into search results. Google Stories, if you don't know what that is. Auto post to my Reels if I wanted to, which just came out yesterday, auto posting through Instagram Reels. My TikTok story. Again, stories are different from feeds. So, take a look at that as well. And then last but not least, we'll post it to my Alexa speaker. And then hit schedule, and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, it'll post for me motivational quotes. So that's the last FAQ that came up. And Rebecca, when you were joining in, we were actually looking at Danny's website. Holy moly, her website is really good in terms of load speed and overall optimization. I don't know if you have a website up and running as well for your agency. We can take a look.
I don't have a site for my agency, but I do for my jewelry company, and it's nowhere near as fast as that.
Let's take a look. What is it?
It is therutile.com. THE
Gov?
No, THERUTILE.com.
Can you do me a favor? Put it in the chat for me.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, that will be super helpful. And then while she's doing that, again, guys, keep in mind, building a community is super important. You don't want to be at the behest of one platform and one channel and whatnot. You need to do it across the multiple channels, which is why by the end of the year, we really do hope to do all of these channels, be the Uber of smart marketing for all small businesses. So that give us feedback. We want feedback. We want to know what we can do. How we can improve it. Do not hold back. All right, so let's take a look. The Rutile?
Yep, the Rutile.
All right. Oh, very cool. I actually might have an introduction for you. One of our investors, his name is Craig Shaw. He's in the jewelry and watch industry, actually, based out of Beverly Hills. There might be some collaboration there.
Sure, I'm in. We work with jeweler. We do almost everything e-com and build work with people to do custom designs and all over. It doesn't matter where you
Oh, I
are.
love this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. All right, so let's take a look at your load speed. Now, the reason why
low.
Oh,
low.
let's take a look. Let's take a look. Well, the reason I say about load speed and while that's loading is because I did this talk yesterday, actually, for a friend of mine, another founder. It's super important when people end up coming to your website from a Facebook ad. You guys may already know this, so ignore. That Facebook actually looks at load speed and making sure that the website is actually legit and is loading fast. And Google obviously cares if it's mobile optimized or not. So there are a couple of reasons why that website you can't just throw up and just call it a day. You have to make it look nice. Okay.
So slow. I'm so content rich. I have compressed. I have.
I can actually see the compression. It's pretty visible. It doesn't have to be though. Was it built in WordPress?
It's in Shopify.
Shopify should be way faster. You should reach out to Shopify support and see what they're doing because you don't have access to their servers.
I've done everything.
Let's talk offline because this is gonna really hamper your ability to do ads and drive. Because you're in fashion, you're in jewelry. I would imagine people are going through their Instagram feeds and then looking at your ads and going, yeah. So this is not gonna get you. This is like, someone with a 3G connection or 4G connection you should take a look at your Google Analytics and bounce rates.
Oh yeah. It's something that I've actually consulted with a few developers that we kind of came to I'm happy to listen to any ideas you might have because it's kind of been to the consensus of you are super image rich. You need the apps that you're using.
Who's your major competitor? Let's take a look at their website.
Ross Simmons, I think, is kind of major competitor. Here, Ross Simmons. Let me pull up the URL real quick.
Let's take a look because that's actually a really good way to get some inspiration and see how your competition's doing and kind of improve yourself as well.
And I apologize, you're about to get retargeted so hard with Ross Simmons. Or retarget is
it's
so
okay.
Good.
I was at a mastermind. I was at a mastermind yesterday, and half the table was like, "Oh, we've seen your ads." And I was at a Holiday Inn for one day in Orlando to speak at another mastermind, and the guy comes up to me who works at the Holiday Inn. I was like, "Are you the HelloWoofy guy?" I was like, "Yes. How can I help?" I was like, "I just saw your ad on Facebook," and so it's a thing. So let's take a look at their loading speed. All right, let's see. So remember, you're 17 and 66. And what is this going on? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's loading it now. Of course, my grandmother's calling me as well, so I'm gonna have to call her back later. She must have seen my live Facebook post right now, a live video. Well, I don't know if they're doing any better because they're loading pretty slow as well. Let's go back and refresh this page.
Yeah, I worked with a jewelry consulting agency, and they work on social or digital marketing specifically for jewelry companies. And they kind of told me to don't fret too bad because compared to my other competitors, I'm about the same.
Maybe your images don't. Maybe your images just have to be PNGs, outlines of the jewelry themselves, and not without the backgrounds. I'm sure you can get at least 50% of the image file down in terms of size.
Most of them that I do are PNGs. I do use Zipify, which I know slows things down no matter what Ezra says they do.
Gotcha. Let's chat offline here. I'm gonna put my email. And then we can also do a consulting call or something and help you out. Just email me, and then we'll do that. They're doing a little bit better. They're doing 25 versus 17, and they're doing 77 versus 66. But so there's a little bit of improvement just if you're taking a look at your competition.
Hey, I'll take any help I can get.
Sure. All right. And then who else is on the call? 919-649. Who is that? Because you dialed in instead of click on the link.
Some of you have. Okay, so let me review.
All right, I'm gonna have to mute you because I'm not understanding anything. I feel like an alien just called in different language. All right, so well, before we end the call, because usually what we do with these calls is, we go around in circles, we answer questions, we help out, we go through FAQs, and one quick thing that also just came out in the last day or so is preview. So you can actually see videos now of what the content looks like before you post it without having to go into it. And then if you have a slideshow, for your Google Web Stories, so we're now posting Google Web Stories to our website. Again, really good thing for your website if you want to be indexed really well. Let me just see if I can find it real quick here. You can actually toggle through multiple slides very easily. So here's an example of a Google Web Story we scheduled yesterday. And you can see that there are different toggles here as well. And before I wanted to post, if not, I had to go in, see the different images, see what the images are. Now, when you're working on the Google Stories themselves, remember, you can choose what buttons to appear, what content will appear, and things of that nature. So you can save all of that here, and you can choose a font, and that's how it's going to appear. Now, if you want to see what this actually looks like, now, let me pull up the Google Web Story right now. Here is what our actual story looks like. So if you want to take a look at it, this is the first page, the second page, the third page. And again, this is really important for SEO because when you search for things, this is a video of how we put it together. Thanks, Hulu. When you search on mobile, you should be able to see your publication down the road. So Google Web Stories, for example, if you Google Remodelista, there's a whole section on Google Web Stories called Visual Stories right on the first page. And those stories are just like Instagram stories, except in this case, you can drive traffic away from it. You can click on it. You can see videos and images and text and all that stuff. So it's a very powerful way. It's a new way, of taking things to the next level. All right, guys, if there are no other questions, we're going to end the call in the next 5 seconds. Danny, you good? Rebecca, you good? All right, you have a great day, guys. Virtual hugs.